Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Armoury. Welcome to the latest edition of Arsenal News, and welcome my pod brother. I saw him jumping whilst the intros were on. I was like, "Yeah, my pod brother's here." How are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm good. Yes, it's been a good week. Been a good week. Can't complain. New digs, new surroundings. In my profession, and I'm loving it. So yeah,
Oh, that's
it's
good.
great.
Awesome stuff. Let's get into the comments. Big up to my Northampton Town fan. Got the new Puma away kit, Northampton Town. I'll have to look it up, mate. But thank you for letting me know, Luke. I'll have a look at it later. Tony, big up to you. Hope you're doing
What's
well.
coming?
And big up to DWTT.
Oh, the
Now,
man.
he is. Right, so tonight's pretty much outgoings. Pretty much talking about outgoings. There's a little bit of talk about incomings and obviously the Arsene Wenger statue. So we'll get onto that. Yeah. Everyone knows my opinions on that. Everyone knows my opinions on that. Right. We're going to go on to Balogun. An offer has been turned down of Hopefully you can hear me. My volume just went. So with Balogun, it's a case of we want more than 30 million.
Mm.
How much do you want for Balogun? Because for me, 30 is fine. If I'm being honest, we need the money. But what about you? How much do you want for Balogun?
Well, how many years has he got left?
2?
He's got 2 years.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I would say 30 is good, and
Yeah.
my reasons for that is, say for example, he had a say for example he got he had an I'll say a new deal, right, like a 3 year deal or something, and
Yeah.
he went on loan again wherever he went, and he scored 30 or 35 goals in all
Yeah.
competitions. And then you would say, okay, if he's going to go, the next season with 2 years left, then you'd say, yeah, I'd say 60 mil, because
Okay.
he's had a second season in a row. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Consistently performing and scoring.
Yeah.
But for me, if he's to go, I would take 30, because I like him, but I don't see I wouldn't see us getting between 35, 40 mil for him.
Yeah.
So if he is to go, then I would say we'd have to accept the 30 mil.
Yeah. Tony's saying here 30 million with add-ons and a clause. Totally. If
See,
that's
that
what
would
we
that
get.
that could work. That
Yeah.
could work.
That would work for me. Chima Blessing has said £40.
Oh, £40.
Yeah, £40.
£40 and one pence.
Yeah.
Suarez is the pound, that's 1 pence. Yeah.
Look, Edu's trying to show that Arsenal are hard to deal with nowadays when it comes to selling, and I do get it.
Well, about time.
Yeah, exactly. It is about time. I think I don't know how much you can push teams. Like I think this is their first offer. We've turned it down. Fair enough.
Mm.
Let's see what their next offer is. But Edu can't annoy him too much because people will just walk away. Inter. It's funny at Inter because the manager doesn't want him, but the owners do.
Yeah.
So for me, that's like a case of Edu can't push it too much because Inter will just go, nah, it's all right, we're going to go and get this player instead. So we need to be careful because we need the money. We need to get some more signings. Big up to Tony, he's in the house. He's now being the great showman.
What's up,
Big up.
Tony?
Big up to Chris, just close to transfer with a load of overhyped nonsense. Yes, it is. It is absolute. To be honest, don't have a transfer window. Do it how we used to do it. Just sign when you want to sign. Get as much as you can for Balogun. Yeah. The trouble is Italians don't pay a lot for players. 100% true. Obviously, within the last few minutes, Juventus have been banned from playing European
Yeah,
football next
saw
season.
that.
Yeah, so
Oh dear.
that's that. There's going to be a sale going up at Juve. There's going to be some players leaving. Vlahovic will be leaving. Chiesa will leave. Is it Rabiot? That dude, he'll probably leave as well. But yeah, this is Balogun. His market value is 29 million, so anything above 30 for me is a bonus. But we'll wait and see. I'm pretty sure he's going. It's a case of how much and how long it takes now, because obviously we want to improve in other areas of the field. So we need the money, to be honest.
Yeah.
And that, we've had massive outlay, and now we need to start selling to buy again. Like I said, phase 2 has to happen. I'll get into the other players that I want to talk about that we could sell shortly, because we do need a few more players to talk about. The next one is this one. Right, this is Austin Trusty. And the reason why I've put "someone please wake me up from this nightmare" is because Rangers offered £2 million. £2 million. Arsenal only want £5 to £7 million for Austin Trusty, which for me is crazy. I've looked at it. I've looked up his market value as £12 million. I think that's exactly how much he should go for. 12 million. He's 24. I think he's 24. Had a fantastic season at Championship level at a very bad Birmingham side. I think he's quality. Not Arsenal quality, but he's quality enough for someone to go and buy him. Brenny, Trusty, how much would you want for him?
15 mil. I mean,
there you go. Yeah.
You know what I mean? 15 mil, because at the end of the day, you know what? There's always going to be clubs that will need centre halves.
Yeah.
Always. More so than fullbacks, So 15 mil for me. Yeah. And it could be a Championship club, but who knows? It could be a club from abroad. But if it's someone who desperately needs a centre half, 15 mil, there you go.
Yeah, 100%. Tony's saying here that Chelsea have been fined 8.6 million. Near they have, and it's for a historical FFP. So it's not just recent; it's actually historical. I think they've gone back a few years to find this FFP glitch that they've done. So yeah, big up to you, Tony, for updating. Balogun, 40 million, please. That's what Tony wants.
That would be nice, but I can't see it.
No, if you get 40 million, I'll be delighted with Edu's work. I'll be honestly absolutely delighted. Tony Fulbrook saying here they want 20 million for Maguire. And they turned it down. Yeah,
Harry Maguire. He's talking about. Oh, I thought he was talking about Zamo Maguire.
No,
because he just say no. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they West Ham offered 20 million for Harry, and they turned it down. Now I looked it up, and Maguire's market value is 18 million. So I'm surprised United did not accept it, to be honest, because they're not going to get any more than that, because he's awful. He's awful.
Yeah.
He's done no credit to himself whatsoever in the last few years. Look, he's defensive wise, he's great in a free, which is why he does okay in England. But that's it. There's nothing else about him. He's worse than Holding.
Gosh, yeah. I'd say Holding over Maguire any day.
Yeah, because at least Holding can move.
Yeah.
Maguire just can't move at all. And we're wanting like £8 million for Holding. So that's just everything. Big up to BX Gunner. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's move on to the next story. Charlie Patino from Luton to Leipzig. They are the clubs, along with 20 other clubs, that want Charlie Patino. A lot of them are loan offers, but there are people that are willing to bid for him as well. So, Charlie, how much would you want for this young lad, Renee?
How many years he got?
Oh, crikey, now you're asking me. Probably 3, I think. He's got a fairly decent contract, yeah.
What are we talking here? Maybe, 20 to 25 million?
Okay, yeah. His market value is 12 million at the moment, so...
Right. I'm just thinking about the contract length, age, and you see, for Leipzig, I wouldn't be surprised if they spend that kind of money. And the reason being is because Leipzig, they'll probably look at it and think, hey, you know what? Let's go the Bayern route. Let's go the Dortmund route.
Yeah.
In snapping up these youngsters.
Yeah.
And turning them into, call it, top draw players.
Yeah, 100%.
You know? So that, I'm just looking at it from that angle. If they want to, take the Bayern Dortmund routes. So yeah, and to be honest, I think it could. I think it'd be good for him.
Yeah. I think Leipzig would be perfect. To be honest, I wouldn't mind him at Luton as well because it's Premier League. We'd get to see him as well. Even if it was a loan with the obligation to buy or something like that at the end of the season, I have no issues with that. Tony, obviously, not. I'm glad Tony's not doing the negotiations here for Charlie because he just wants 5 million. Patino is quality. I have heard reports from Blackpool that he does have a bit of an attitude problem, which he needs to kind of sort out a little bit. But other than that, good quality player. Look, this is all the little bits are the bits that we need to make money on. All these little, sales like Patino, like Tavares that hasn't been linked with anybody yet. Still holding. You got Pepe that's obviously going to have his contract terminated. Lokonga, no one wants him either. He's been turned down. Cedric, probably contract turned down as well. Who else? We've got Balogun, obviously. And then the next player is Eddie. Now, this is my words, no one else's, so don't shoot anyone else. Trust me, there is no call me maybe. It's a no from me. Because honestly, I will be delighted because what the rumours is, Brenny, I don't know if you've heard it, £34 million from Crystal Palace. I'm taking that all day long.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I it's not like I don't like him. I love Eddie. He's absolutely fantastic. He's not Arsenal quality now. He's been here enough for us to come to that opinion. And it is just time to move on. We need something better up there. And he's not it at all.
It'd be a goal poacher up there, I tell you.
Yeah. At Palace, it'd be fantastic. I've said it on previous streams. Palace, Brentford, West Ham. There's another team I said, I can't remember who it was now, but he would be brilliant at Crystal Palace. I really do believe that. How much would you actually accept for Eddie?
I would accept even 35 mil, I'd take.
Yeah. So you'd take the 34 if it came in?
Yeah, definitely. And hey, where's James when we need him, man? Because he's our maths whiz when it comes to all the recouping and sales and everything else. Yeah, we need James in here, man.
100%. The thing is with Crystal Palace, I think they're trying to get rid of Mateta first before they go out and try and buy a new striker. And supposedly Eddie is the main man, so we'll have to wait and see. But I would absolutely be delighted if he was to be sold. With Patio, it depends on add-ons and clauses. I'm pretty sure you meant Patino, but the fact that you put Patio is hilarious for me. But yes, it does depend on add-ons and clauses for me.
And doors.
Yeah, as far as I know, there's a buyback clause in whatever we decide with the Patino, and free doors as well, and double glazing. Fabio Vieira is beefier than someone that never thought I'd say that. Okay.
Who? Beefier then?
He's saying he's beefier than Patino, but to be fair, Patino has bulked up. I don't know if you've seen him recently, but he has bulked up. That picture that I've used is quite old.
Yeah.
If you look at him at Blackpool, he has beefed up somewhat.
Oh my God.
Big up to Tony Claude Gunner TV. Hope you're doing well. Saying hello to everyone in the chat. I think people are overestimating the price worth of these players. I don't know. Not Trusty. I think we're undervaluing him, if I'm honest. I'm trying to think of who else we're overestimating. I don't think so. Not on my list. I
can't think of anyone at the moment.
Not the list that we have here. When it comes to players in Europe, yes, maybe like a Højlund or something like that. Yes, I think they are slightly overestimated, if I'm honest. Højlund is I think it's about 60 million for someone that's done pretty much nothing in Italy. But it is what it is. It's been time for Eddie to go. 20 to 25 all day. Bakes will take Fair enough. Cedric Holdings, Runnison, Lakonga, Tavares should be sold with add-ons and clauses. The add-on is don't come back, and the clauses don't even try. Big up to Tony. Big up King as well. Big up the panel. Hope the Eddie rumours are true. So do I think we all do. I know that me and King are friends with a Crystal Palace TV YouTube channel dude, and they've been talking about it. So I think there's some truth behind it. I hope there is, because yes, I would be delighted. But what I did say was I managed to work out, without selling Tierney, without selling Partey, we can get £110 million in the club by selling Holding, Runnison, Tavares, letting Cedric go, letting Pepe go, Balogun selling, and Eddie. We can get £110 million in. Now that £110 million, invest that wisely on a right winger. Who else would you get other than a right winger?
I still want a centre forward.
You want a centre forward?
Yeah.
Okay. So who would you get? Who would you want as a right winger? Doesn't have to be people we've been linked with. You can just say whoever you want.
Right winger. See, 3 weeks ago, I would have said maybe give Pepe a shout, but I'm like, no, because he doesn't want to be there, and to be honest with you, he's never really been wanted. Even by Emery didn't even want him. So, do you know what? It's come for Bukayo Saka. People may laugh when I say this, because he's 27, 28. I would take him. You could laugh now, everyone in the chat. I'll take Raheem Sterling. He can be Saka's backup. He's no longer a regular in the England setup.
Yeah,
I would take him because there's still a player there.
Okay,
there's still a player there. I just I know it wouldn't happen, but I would.
Yeah,
I would take Raheem Sterling. And as for a centre forward, I mean, I know there's been, like when there was chat about Vlahovic.
Yeah.
From last year, January. And to be honest, I thought, I've not heard anything about it. I'm just, it's just, it was on other channels. And I'm like, really? Because I rate him, don't get me wrong. I rate him. But I think you mentioned something weeks ago that there wasn't really anything concrete about Vlahovic. But now with what's happening in Juventus, I'd spend 3 million on him.
Yeah, I've got a feeling now, with the confirmation of the ban, Juventus will have to sell now.
Yeah.
They were talking about it anyway, because I don't think they finished that high, so they weren't in a proper good competition as far as I remember.
It wouldn't be a lot, Bobby. Vlahovic wouldn't cost a lot either.
See, King, I will go through all the comments, guys, but King has just brought up a brilliant one there. I would just go for Vlahovic, and Jesus can play right wing. Exactly, brilliant way of doing it. Because
I agree.
You've got the money then to actually reinvest in the midfield as well. So it's absolutely fantastic.
Jesus is the fact that his versatility as well, I think will play a part this season.
Yeah.
If we were to get a couple more additions.
Yeah. Okay. Tony's trying to upset me here. Keep Eddie, sell Ballo. No. I struggle to see how, like, if Jesus was going to get injured, and to be fair, good possibility because of how his work rate is within the game. He's like a crazy dog, non-stop. So no wonder he picks up injuries. However, I cannot cope with watching Eddie step in. Can you? It would pain me. I need something better. I need something better than Eddie. I'm sorry. I have no problems with the lad. Very good guy, very nice, kind bloke, and all that stuff. But he's just not Arsenal quality. The jury's out on Nelson, if I'm honest. But he at least showed me something last season to go, okay, he can do something off the bench. Eddie can't. Eddie has
No.
never come off that bench and wowed me. Has he wowed you last season?
No, I think it's more when he started games,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, it's when he started games, you think, yeah. But then, like I said, with Eddie last season, he had those couple opportunities against City that he didn't bury, and he should have done. And that's when you really needed him to what's the word? It would have, I think it would have done a lot for his confidence as well as the team if we had beaten City at home. But the score against United. I mean, United aren't United, you know what I mean? So but yeah.
Moss saying here that Rich is the person that did the preview with us last season. They hope that they didn't have to pay that much for Eddie. Look, I'd happily accept 28, so I'd take a £6 million reduction off to 34. But he's still a striker that I think can do it at Crystal Palace. It's just he can't play our system. I'm sure he'll bang goals somewhere else, just not with us. Slap 15 million value on Trusty and sell him on deadline to relegation team. Nailed on. Big up everyone. Big up to James ITM. It's an interesting way of doing it. But to be honest, I need the money now, like desperately now. It's the only way we're going to sign anyone. Rafinha or Kudos for Tony. Reece Nelson, right wing, Truss, and would love Kudos. Can play anywhere. Right winger Nelson. Do you reckon Nelson could step in for Saka if Saka was to go out for like 6 or 7 games?
No.
I was thinking it. I was just wanting my poor brother to say it because I was thinking it. I was thinking that not for me.
He couldn't. I mean, he's a bench man for me.
Yeah.
I don't dislike the guy, but not starting.
Yeah. I don't dislike Nelson. It's just we've got to go up that level now. We can't just keep going. Can't keep dragging these players up with us.
That's
where
it.
They're not good enough. So
it's like we're saying, what I've said, like for like.
Yeah,
that's what we need.
Exactly. Yeah,
we need to, to get back to where we are.
Exactly, the good old days of you didn't know who was going to play right wing, but you weren't worried about who would be playing right wing because they're both good quality. That's the days we want again. I'm bringing in Ferran Torres and Taremi. I'm all over Taremi. I'd love him. 20 million quid, bargain. Ferran Torres, I'm pretty sure he's totally ruled it out now of him leaving. I know Tony said Rafinha. That is one that hasn't been totally ruled out because Barcelona are having issues and they could be followed by a UEFA thing at some point in the next few months as well. So watch out for the Barcelona stuff. I'd go for a big target man like Santi Jimenez from PSV. That's a good one, BX Gunner. I like that one. Tony would go for Sterling. Moss wouldn't. Come on, get Harry. I'm hoping you're not talking about Kane.
Nah.
Sterling won't want to play second fiddle and would want stupid wages. So it's a no from Tony. Yep, I know about that. It's already talked about it. Evening all to Arsenal, the history and more. Hope you're doing well. Chiesa as compensation for Saka. Oh, Brain's just dropped back in again. He's doing Yoki Koki tonight. Maybe Dusan wants out. I reckon he does, to be fair. There's no any other alternative apart from Kudus, says Robert Atugonza. The Kudu one we're going to talk about in a little bit, but he is quality for the price. Like he is a bargain at that price. That is why I can't think of anyone better. But I do want to talk about someone else in a bit because don't rule out someone else yet. Tross is great at being false 9. He can be.
Yeah, he can. Better than Havertz, in my opinion. You're talking about false 9s.
It's the fact that we've both just said he can be.
Yeah.
Not he is, can be. Sometimes we need someone that is we go, okay, I am not worried about him at all being up there. Taremi for 20 million quid, not going to worry me whatsoever. I guarantee he'll do a job. Yeah, we need to know what's up with Ballo. He's going, mate. Guarantee it. Eddie is doggo crap. He needs to. I, I don't want to be that mean, but yes, I do agree that he does need to go. 100%. I don't want to see Eddie, El Neni, Lakonga, Cedric, Pepe, and Holding in an Arsenal kit again. El Neni, I think we will see. But
yeah, we signed a new deal, wasn't it? Really, so we'll see on then.
Eddie, possibly, but I'm hoping not. Lakonga, I don't think we'll have him. I'm sure he'll go. We're not asking for a lot of money for him. Cedric, I think his contract will be torn up.
Disappointed with Cedric.
Yeah,
disappointed him.
Pepe again, contract I'm sure will be terminated. Holding, just trying to find a club for him, to be fair. I don't think he'll be staying either. So look, it is what it is. Correct, Bobby, Reese, and Tross and ESR impact players off the bench. Eddie has not but had some good starts, but hit and miss. And we can't be hit and miss now. We are meant to be challengers now. So we can't be hit and miss. It's just not good. Eddie is dog crap. He needs to go. That makes more sense than what it went first. Big up to you, Arsenal history and more. Hope you're doing well, though. Guys, do you think Arteta holds a grudge with not getting the player Vlahovic? I honestly do believe that never happened. I don't believe that Arsenal went in for him.
Me too.
I spoke to a few people and they all deny that we even went for him. So I'm going to believe those over the rumours in the papers. But I do believe he is the type of player that we would be interested in, which is, I think, where they got the rumours from. So, yeah, I think that could happen. We will wait and see. I think it's 70 million for Vlahovic. So I said 110. So if we were to get Kudu, who's 40, and Vlahovic, that's 70. So that's 110. So we can get this 110 in. There you go. There's 110 spent again. So it can be done. It can be done. Yeah, 34 or 35, that'd be good, and use wages elsewhere. Yep. Nelson was to stop him from leaving for free. Pretty much my feelings as well. Reed's left wing and right wing. All I'm saying, and Tross and Kai can play there. Oh, no. No, Moss. I love you to bits, but no, Kai cannot play number 9. He cannot. No
way.
Just because Chelsea did for 3 years does not say that he can play there. Because trust me, he can't.
Not for me.
When I saw him playing Germany, I thought, yes, brilliant. Very much like Bergkamp, like off the main striker, has these wonderful touches, has a burst of energy as well. Not as a striker. Never saw him as a striker. Don't see him as a striker. Don't want to see him as a striker. I'm sure we will at some point, but it's nah, not for me. Big up to Chima, blessing. No way. Cool. Reese helped us. It's proven now. He did. Yeah. Look, with Reese, I'm quite happy that we've kept him. I have no issues with him. He now needs this season to prove that he's worth that contract. If not, see you later next summer. I've got to be harsh. You've got to be harsh when you're at Arsenal now.
100%.
Dave R. Eddie isn't it. Says it's a Sunday or a Saturday night at the Cop. Jesus not available. Would he deliver? No, he won't. 100% agree with you, Dave R. 100% agree. Moss saying Ferran Torres, where is the production ever? Lightweight Jay. Oh, he's on. I'm going to ban him. Colomboana is great, but too expensive. Yeah, he's one of those strikers that I do watch and I go, wow, he's very good. But his price tag is crazy. So yeah, it won't happen for me. Trossard likes to roam. He does. Tross gonna rock the Champions League. I hope he does. To be honest, 40 million for Kudu is a bargain. 100% agree. Absolute bargain for that. Hello, you keep. Oh, hang on. What was that say? You keep saying gone, but he has not. And who knows? No. He's get the fact that we're actually accepting offers and listening to people talking about him. He's gone. You can listen to all the he had a knock or whatever. No, he's going. It's a player that has value. We need money in now. So he's probably the most valuable player we can sell. Is Balogun, so it's going to happen. Milan just landed. Yeah, Milan are doing fantastic in this window. I have to be honest. We love you from Uganda, the pearl of Africa. We love you too. Big up to you. I am not saying number 9. I see what you're trying to do. I see what you're trying to do. For Truss and Kai, if Saka was out, Reece, we have options. Moss, we just need better options. That's all I'm saying. Arsenal going for Eze. No, because I think Crystal Palace want to sell Eze. I think they're willing to listen to Olise, but not Eze. That's what I think. Moss is desperate to keep Balogun. Yes, and I do get it. And like I've said, the transfer window is a very fluid beast. But with Balogun, it's just going to take time to get the right amount of money. I think there's about 10 clubs that want him. 10 clubs. It's mad. So yeah, if Balogun had a foot injury, Cameron Diaz is coming to mind. Right, okay. Up to you, Tony. Moss wants Jonathan David. Laughed. Yeah. Jonathan David going spuds. There's a lot of rumours that he could be. Yes. We'll Moss, if that happens, I promise that there will be a support group around you. If that does happen, I promise. Right, let's quickly move on to has been an outgoing today. Is on a loan. Freya Godfrey has joined the second best team in London due to the fact there is no other teams other than Arsenal. She joined Charlton Athletic on loan. She's an 18-year-old midfielder, very talented. Arsenal just signed her in the summer on an extended contract. So big up to Freya. Hope you do really well at the second biggest club in London. So big up to you. Come on, the Charlton. Right, let's move on. Right, this is the Mohamed Kudus chat. Ajax have said that it is not done yet because a lot of people are saying it's done at Chelsea. Chelsea have got him and all this rubbish. But when you hear the Ajax director say it's not done yet, that's the person I'm going to listen to, not the people on Twitter or Instagram or anything like that. So, Kudu, if I get him for 40 million, I'm delighted. I love the player. He's one of my favourites at Ajax. And I was about to ask you, Brenny, would you take him? Yeah,
I'd take him. We'd have a lot of depth in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
So that you have to. Listen, it's got to this point where these types of players, you know what I mean, and the quality they possess, we've got to go for. We want what's best at Arsenal. You know what I mean? We want to, that's the thing. I'd take him.
Yeah.
There's no, I wouldn't. I would.
Yeah, 100%. And whilst I'm talking about Kudu, I will also say just keep a little eye out on Caicedo. Now, Chelsea have obviously been turned down. I think they've had 4 bids now on Caicedo, but just keep an eye on it for Arsenal fans because I don't rule us out yet. Not yet. Not until he's signed because Caicedo wants to leave. He wants to go to a Champions League club. Now, if Arsenal were to get a large amount of money for a lot of these players, and I've discussed about Thomas Partey, and a lot of people think he's going to be staying. Yes, at the moment, 100%, he's probably staying. But if a big offer comes in for Thomas Partey, Arsenal won't turn it down. If it's 50 million, Arsenal are accepting it. Simple as that. And that is where I think they'll then move on to Caicedo. So, it's one of those discussion shows probably. Would you rather sell Thomas Partey to get Caicedo or just stick with Partey and move on? It's one of those. But just keep an eye out for the Caicedo. It's possible. I know that people are moving on to a little bit what's happening in a bit. We'll get there shortly. I just want to quickly talk about this. I know he's no longer an Arsenal player. That's absolutely fine. But Zach Orr, as everyone knows from the last season, that I used to put him in my teams, he obviously has left. We are due compensation because of his age, so we are going to get some money for him. Okay. And he's heading to Southampton. Brilliant move, and I can't wait. And I just want everyone just to give him some love when he does go there because I think he's stepping in for Salisu. Salizu's being sold. Yeah, so
Right.
it's a proper first team move for Sakor, and I can't wait to see him. I hope he does as well as I expect him to, because I think he's brilliant. Just show him some love when you see him, please, people, because honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing him.
The championship's going to be tough this season.
Yeah, it is. There's loads of people saying it's going to be one of the easiest ones for like Leicester, and I'm like, nah, you have not seen the championship for a few years if you think it's that easy. Right, let's quickly talk about what obviously we've done. I think we did a show the other day, a reaction show. Obviously, crazy end 5-3 against Barcelona. Horrible pitch. Just horrid. Crazy game. I love the fact that Xavi was moaning about how we were with tackles. I don't think he obviously had his eyes open for the whole 90 minutes because he wasn't watching his players tackle ours. There were scissor kicks and all sorts of horrid tackles coming in from his own players. So Xavi needs to kind of look at the game a little bit more. Brenny, did you manage to see the game?
No, I saw highlights.
Yeah,
and I saw the defensive performances weren't great. I mean, goals, it was fun to watch, but look, it was Barcelona. But at the end of the day, I was just looking at in terms of match fitness. You know what I mean? And I don't know what Javi was complaining about because Barcelona teams in the past, as well as that, they've been one. They've had quite a few teams over the years. Which at the time, regards to squads and years, the greatest team in the world at the time and all that, and they've always been physical. As well as technically great. And I mean, if that's Xavi moaning about us, I'm actually happy he did, because that's what I want to see next season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want us to be in, especially in midfield. I want us to be in the face of everybody next season. That's what I want.
Exactly. Yeah.
When we grew up, when we were kids, we'd go watch the Arsenal at Highbury, see whatever. It was just a case of we had that.
Yeah.
We had it under Graham. I mean, I was even watching. I've been watching clips of Terry Neal. Terry Neal's Arsenal quite a bit in recent months, and they were hard tackling as well. They were battlers. So we need that again, because we cannot be soft touches. So he can moan anyway. You know what I mean? So if it's within the laws of the game, then so be it. But
exactly.
All I can say is, though, I mean, I know it's still pre-season, but there's some things defensively we've got to work on, and what I'd like us to see as well. I would like us to add, like back in the George Graham days, the set pieces. I want us to be consistent on them. You know what I mean? They should have some videos on that. It's like it could be a Mild or a Limpar corner, a Steve Bolt flick on. I've mentioned it on the channel a few times. I want to see that as well when things are not going right for us, because we do play great football. When it's not going right for us, we got the set pieces there, as well as keeping it tight at the back. And that's 100%. What I want to see.
100% agree, Brenny. Totally. Let's quickly just move on to Arteta saying that Zinchenko may not be fit in time for the start of the season. He just keeps having injuries. It's a nightmare. Nothing to worry about. That it's not ruled out his season or anything like that, but he might take a little while getting back to match fitness. So that's fine. We've got enough cover, and as I said earlier, I'm not 100% sure if Tierney will go at the moment, but I'm still waiting to hear. There are 3 clubs looking at Tierney, and it all depends on the offers that come in. So we know there's another 4 weeks left of the window, so anything can happen still. So we'll wait and see. Let's move on to the big part. That's where a lot of the chat has gone. So the Arsene Wenger statue has been revealed, and now I have got it on here as a proper one because that was I think the cast of it, wasn't it, or something like that. So this is the actual one. Let's just have a look here. Can you see that now? I think you should be able to see it. There we go. It's very nice. Look, my issue is, and I'm with Arsenal, the history more. Where's George Graham's? That's my issue, right? I have no issue with Wenger so much.
That's it, Jez.
Because I've said this
For the same thing.
I said it in the chat earlier before on the group, the WhatsApp that we're in. I said I'm celebrating the 19 years. Yes, he was with us for 22. I'm celebrating 19 years of it. The last 3 years, I'd rather forget. But where's George Graham's? Brenny said Bertie Mee. I think someone else has said Herbert Chapman and stuff like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, we know Herbert Chapman. He's got a bust, hasn't he? But
yeah, he's got a bust. Yeah.
Yeah, but he should be given one as well.
Yeah, exactly.
What about Billy? What about Billy Wright? So I mean, it's these guys we've just mentioned, they should all have statues. I mean, Bertie Mee in particular, first Arsenal manager, to win a European trophy.
Yeah.
And then the year later, double.
Yeah.
He should have had a trophy from time, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not knocking Arsene Wenger. Yes, I do think he deserves that for what he's done for the club.
Yeah.
George Graham as well for me. He 2 league titles, a European trophy, FA Cup, 2 league cups. Yeah. George Graham brought back the glory days from we were kids. So they all deserve statues. I mean, I always said Arsene Wenger gave me the best football, but George Graham, he gave me the best night of my life as a fan. So I'm always going to be, if it's a choice between Wenger and Graham, I'm saying this now, I'm going George Graham.
Yeah.
For me, it's George Graham. Lots of reasons why, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll get into the Billy Wright chat in a minute because because Brenny knows his history way better than I do, and I know that Arsenal history probably knows it better than me as well. Sadly, my granddad's not alive anymore for me to quickly pick his brains about it. So I want to quickly talk about Billy Wright very shortly. Just want to quickly go through these comments. Jez, sadly, this era doesn't remember or count anything before the Prem. 100%. QPR, they count. Don't believe the Tony just does not like most of the players that we're linked with. Is it true he wants Arsenal or just podcast talk?
There is a statue of Herbert Chapman.
Is there? I know there's a bust.
Oh yeah, and I think there is a statue of Herbert Chapman as well.
Oh, okay.
Just looking at something here. Yeah.
Is it true that he wants Arsenal or just podcast? The truth is on this, Tony, with Kudus, is he wants Champions League football. And obviously Arsenal have got it. Chelsea were bottom half of the table, so they've got nothing, which is what they deserve. That's the reason why he prefers Arsenal. Whether or not he likes Arsenal as well, possibly, doesn't surprise me. Obviously, Timber's at the club now. I'm sure he talks to him. It wouldn't surprise me if he signs for Chelsea. However, I don't rule Arsenal out just yet. Arsenal, the history and more, saying BX, they should. Herbert Chapman has one. George Graham won more trophies, is 9 years than Chapman did. Okay.
Yep.
And I think that we've said that Herbert's got one. So, George Graham definitely deserves one. I know Brenny, you said Bertie earlier. And Billy Wright, which I do want to get onto in a minute because you'll have to explain the Billy Wright one because I'll explain why. And it's weird because I'm by the Wolves Stadium. Got to get super talents that want Arsenal while the fire is hot. They're all agreeing here. Tony saying sell Party. Yeah, I would as well. Stop it, guys. Hype is worse. Over 80 million for a player that had a single good season. No one was talking about 12 months ago unless you're a shot fan. I called it. I said Zakar will get a good championship club. But I'm pretty sure I've said quite countless times how good Zakar actually is. He is very good, very talented. Can Trossard force himself into starting 11? He'll be pushing Martinelli, I'm guessing then. Maybe Jesus, I suppose. but that's about it. He won't be pushing Saka. It's always a good day when we can slap Barca once in a while. I thought it was WWE when that player scissored. Oh, geez, those tackles were crazy. Trust for Jesus or Martinelli in the number 8. King Simpson, the clean pock weren't powder puff, says Tony. Near number. Oh, okay, they're just talking. We discussed with American Gooners how Arujo was doing flyer scissor kicks on our players. Xavi no legs to stand on, and we got ridiculed by fan base being hit hard by Man U. Let's try and go through some more. Wenger, absolute legend, and Bobby Gigi went to Spuds. That has no bearing on me whatsoever.
Of course it doesn't.
Honestly, are you Moss? Are you
he went to ruin them. He ruined them.
Yeah, exactly. He went there to ruin them. Can you not see?
He did a great job.
But no, in seriousness, George Graham, for me and Brenny, gave us the best night of our Arsenal supporting careers. I'm never going to forget 1989. I don't care where he won.
Never. Never.
And yeah, considering what you do, Moss, because you support Alexis Sanchez, you support other players that have left who have done worse stuff to us. I have no issues with
the old first division is not talked about very often, to be honest.
Yeah.
All that Premier League era.
King saying Wenger, Chapman, and Graham should all be there, but I think we've worked out that Chapman has got something there. So we'll have to wait and see. George Graham was as much as Wenger. Unfortunately, the issues with George are happening. I don't know. Do you think that is the problem? The issues with George? Because we all know about it. I'm not going to talk about it on there, but we all know what happened. Do you think that's an issue?
No, I don't think it is. Because at the end of the day, it would have been if it was like, you know, say you're an Olympic athlete and you're and you get done for drugs and you lose those medals. If you won 4 Olympic golds or 5 world championships, then but Graham never had the 2 league titles to take away from him. He never had the FA Cup, the 2 league cups, the European Cup, World Cup taken from him. So no. No, definitely not.
Tony did not watch World Cup or what. Kudus was killing it. So look, everyone's entitled to opinion, and it's fine that if you don't like Kudus. I just think for 40 million for what he can do, like he is multi-talented, right wing, left wing, attacking midfielder, centre midfielder, defensive midfielder, can even do a false 9 for 40 million quid. That's a bargain for me. George won 8 trophies in 7 years. Wenger won 10 in 20. There you go, Tony. Tony's pretty well there, if I'm being honest. All our title-winning managers should have statues. Yes, of course they should. That's how it should be. Oh, crikey! I've just seen the next comment from Tony. Oh, jeez, you don't get a trophy for this, especially when we all know it was David Dean that signed him. Had nothing to do with Bruce. He just took the plaudits for it. So no, you don't get no. Just no. Don't agree with some fans saying Wenger should have a stand. Oh, hell no. Or the whole stadium. The whole stadium? No. For what? Jeez. Oh, crikey. Would you name a stadium or a stand for Wenger?
No.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that does be painful. I was there, boys. I'm guessing he was on about the 89. You lucky thing. You lucky thing. I've got the pins. 89 just means everything to me.
I would name something after Herbert Chapman because he was the first.
Yeah.
He brought us to success.
But yeah, it shouldn't be Wenger. I'm sorry, but no. Ian and Rocastle should also be up there. Yeah, well, Ricey should definitely be there. Rocastle should definitely be there. I'm pretty sure Rocastle's got something, hasn't he, at the Emirates? Am I wrong in saying that? Has he got something?
I think so.
Bergkamp statue is brilliant. I have no issues with the Bergkamp statue at all. He's the only player I've actually got on an Arsenal shirt. And you know me, my granddad taught me never to just love one player. So for me to have one player on a shirt shows how much I love him. And Bergkamp was my favourite. Tony Philbrook So was I, mate. See. I'm just jealous of these people that were there. I would have loved to be. Right, have we got any more? I think that might be it. Let's just remove that. Let's talk about the next thing. This is a very quick one. Arsenal 11 are playing Boreham Wood tomorrow. That's it. That's 3 o'clock kickoff. I think it's about £15 a ticket. So if you feel like going, please do. It's the under 21s with a mix of under 18s. Mehmet is being the manager tomorrow. So please do, if you go and watch them at Meadow for the Boreham Wood game. So 3 o'clock tomorrow kickoff. Please go and support the Arsenal and Boreham Wood. I'll always say that because they're important to us as well. The last bit about the Arsenal ladies. I need to get my piece of paper out here. Have you been watching the World Cup, Brenny? For what you can, anyway.
Yeah, I've been watching a few of the games. I was working, so I didn't see the England game against Denmark, but I saw the second half of Haiti versus China.
Yeah.
I thought, to be honest, they're doing a bit more goals than that. I actually thought Haiti would win after the performance last Saturday, but
I think this has been quite impressive, and I hope a lot of the people who've been watching it have gone, oh, okay, the women's game is a lot more competitive than you expect. Yes, there's been some hammerings. Yeah, of course there has been. It's World Cups. That happens in the men's game as well. But the women's game, Ireland, they managed to just lose 1-0 to Australia and just lose 1-0 to 2-1 against Canada. So Ireland, considering they are not a strong nation, have put enough performance in to say, look at us. Sweden are playing their second game tomorrow, but the only one I want to obviously McCabe scored from a corner in the 2-1 defeat against Canada the other day. Most of our ladies are playing. The only two that have not appeared yet are Ruben Moy and D'Angelo. They are the only two ladies that have not appeared as of yet. But other than that, I'm trying to look at the games. But yeah, they're all doing very well because I've been checking their ratings and stuff. They've all been doing very well. 7s, 8s, they've been rated. So they're all doing very decent out there. I just hope that one of our ladies wins the World Cup. That's all I'm saying. Just want one of them. Don't care who it is, to be fair.
And comes back unscathed.
Yeah, well, yeah. Obviously, Kira Walsh.
Yeah.
Horrible injury. And I love Kira Walsh. I know she doesn't play for Arsenal, but I think she's absolutely brilliant midfielder. Unfortunately, and I do wish her a very quick recovery as well, because I've heard it's quite a nasty injury. Tony saying here, Bobby, I was in the cop. I sold my ticket and bought another one from the touts. God, he was in the cop. Oh, what a night. The Casse looks great. She needs to start. That's down to Canada, not down to me. Wenger was a mate. Fair play to him, but Arsenal should add more managers and managers. Yeah, 100%. Why does Bright play for England? Told you Nigeria is a force. Nobody listens. Okay. Fair enough. Tony Fulbrook, so are you in the Anfield Road then? Ilstedt, nice signing too. Got to see her more now. Yeah, Ilstedt obviously had a great game for Sweden. Scored the last-minute winner against South Africa the other day, so she's still got to play her second game yet, so we're going to wait and see. But now, I'm going to take this off because now I want to talk to my pod brother. Billy Wright. I don't know much about it. I don't remember him much at Arsenal, if I'm honest.
I think with Billy Wright, because I don't think he won a league title. Right. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, Jez would know this. I'm sure he was the first Arsenal manager to get us into Europe.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think he managed. Did he manage under 21, something like that? But I'm sure. I haven't checked, but I'm sure he won a cup. But there was this. I read something about him years ago. It was. I'm just trying to think now.
Is this the same Billy Wright that played for Wolves?
You see, that I don't know. I don't know if it is. I mean, I'll have to look in the Wikipedia. But just before we go on, the other manager I'd actually forgotten about was from when after Herbert Chapman passed away was George Allinson.
Okay. Yeah.
I think he won a couple of league titles as well. So yeah, get him Versace as well. But
Okay.
but no, it's I don't know. You know, that's something you have to look at with Billy
So
Wright.
okay, so this was his managerial career. So he finished 7th in 1962-63 season,
Yeah.
and qualified for Europe for the first time in Arsenal's history. And
Mm.
his playing career was at Wolves. So in actual fact,
it's the same Billy Wright then.
so it's the same Billy Wright stand, because he's got a stand here, because I'm that side of the stadium, so I get to see Billy Wright every day.
Because
So
he
yes, I'm
won
gonna have
a
a
few
little bit of
honours, didn't
respect
he,
for
as a
him now.
player?
Yeah, he was brilliant. Honestly, he's very loved here. He's got roads named after him. He's got all sorts around here named after him. I just didn't know that was the same Billy Wright. I did hear about it because my granddad mentioned something, but I wasn't sure. And I thought the person to ask is you, my poor brother, because there's guarantee you know who you will know.
Yeah, because I wasn't even too sure either. So
okay, yeah, I've just looked it up. So yeah, right. Let's try and go back in here. Yes, I was Arsenal history and more. Oh no, he was in Anfield Road. Jeez. How did you get a ticket in the cop, mate, from a hotel? Okay. I'm just enjoying this conversation, to be fair. George Allison won 2 league titles and an FA Cup.
Thank you, Jez. Yes.
Big up to you, Jez. Thank you.
That's the man for history, man. Watch his channel when it comes to anything about Arsenal's history, man. Watch his channel.
So Billy Wright built the double team. Is that right?
What you mean? Oh, unless he meant, I think Bertie Mee took over from when I think Billy Wright got sacked and Bertie Mee became manager.
Oh, okay.
So unless he laid the foundations for me, maybe.
Trying to see who he signed as manager.
Because you know what, I'm going to look at that myself later on. That's
this is what we're going to do tonight. I can guarantee all our Arsenal fans are going to look.
We never stop learning, even though if we know a lot about our club's history.
Yeah, exactly.
You never stop learning.
No, 100%. Big up to you. Thank you ever so much. Great chat, guys. Got to bounce. Join Diesel. Catch you later. See you later, mate.
Take care.
Really appreciate it. But Brenny, thank you ever so much for coming on. Where can people find you, my poor brother?
Yes, you can find me on here on the Armoury TV, of course, and you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter as well.
Brilliant stuff. I've got a busy weekend, if I'm honest. Tomorrow you'll catch me on FTSN. I've got Celtic versus Wolves watch along. Sunday I've got Aston Villa versus Brentford. On Monday I've got the Premier League transfers so far. So that's every confirmed transfer in the Premier League so far. And then Tuesday I'm back here to do Arsenal news. So guys, take care, everyone. Oh, hang on. There's 2. Yeah, Billy Wright signed a lot of double winning players in the 60s. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jez. Appreciate
You're
that.
the man. Thank you.
Yeah, but we will be all looking at our history books later. I've got one literally by the side of my bed. That's how important it is to me. So yeah, guys, really appreciate it. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.
All the best. Take it.